Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's session, we'll learn about one of the most useful and commonly used function in Python, the range function. By the end of this video, you'll be able to use range confidently in your own programs. What is a range? Range is a built-in function that generates a sequence of numbers. It's most often used in loops, especially for loops. What's cool is that it doesn't actually store all numbers in memory, it generates them one by one, which makes it memory efficient. So let's see an example of a range. So here we have written in a simple syntax for I in the range of 5, print I. So let's run this and understand the program. So this will print from 0 to 4. Now you guys will think that we have given a range of 5. But just remember that this stops at n minus 1. So that means when we have any number, for example, say we have written here 5. So it will be 5 minus 1 that equals to 4. So this is a basic example. So let's see our next slide, that is why we should use range. So because it simplifies our looping, it helps us repeat a task multiple times, saves memory, and controls the starting, ending, and stepping values. Basically, it's your go-to tool for counting, iterating, and indexing in Python. So let's see the syntax of range. So you can use range in three ways. The first way is range, comma, in the parenthesis like stop. We'll understand this in a better way in our coming slides. Then range, start, comma, stop, and range, start, stop, and step. So what's basically this? Means the start value is where the counting begins. By default, it's 0. The stop value is where it ends. But remember, it stops before this number. So that's what it's n minus 1 always. And step tells Python how much to increase or decrease each item. By default, it's 1. So let's see each example in kind of a detail. So let's first see the range stop example. So we'll run this. We have already run this into our code, but let's rerun it again and understand it. So we have given basically it's a for loop for I in the range of 5 print I. Okay. So what this is giving is it is give us an example of 0 to 4. So basically as explained earlier it's n minus 1. So that means it's 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. We can we can just try another example with build 10 or maybe hundreds. Yeah, let's do it with 100. So you can see it has stopped at 99. So it's n minus 1. So let's see our next syntax, that is range, start and stop. Okay. So let's check this into code to understand it better. So here basically this is the range 2 comma 6. So basically 2 is our start value. Okay, so start is equal to 2 and stop here is equal to 6 that we have given. Okay, but it will stop at 5. Okay, stop at 5 because of because 6 minus 1 is equal to 5. Okay, so let's run this and understand. See, so it's given from 2 to 5. Okay. So basically this is considered as a start value and this is a stop value. Let's see our third syntax. It's range, start, stop and step. Okay, so this is quite interesting. So here, what does this mean? So basically for I in the range 10 we have written, and here start is equal to 1. It's going to start at 1. Stop we have given is equal to 10 and step is equal to 2. Okay. So if we run this, it's giving 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So basically it's increasing by 2 steps. Okay. It's 1 plus 2. It's 3. 3 plus 2 it's 5. 5 plus 2 it's 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So basically it's adding 2 steps to it. Okay. So Okay. So if we want, we can try it out with say 3. Okay, just for a better understanding. So it's 1. Sorry, I just written 3 there. It should be here. So you can see it's 1, 4, and 7. It has started as 1. It has skipped 2 and 3 because it's 1 plus 3. Then it's become 4. And then it has skipped 5, 6, and it has taken 7. Okay. So even 7, 8, 9. Yeah, and 10. 10 because last is a 7 because it's like adding up those 3 steps there. Okay, so that's what it means. And similarly, we also have a something called as negative step. This is a positive step because we are going into range of positive numbers, and here we have a negative step. So basically, this is a start here. The syntax is same. This is a start, this is a stop, and this is a step. So if we run this, it gives us in a like kind of a reverse numerology. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you want, we can try with -2 as well. Then it starts at 5, then 5 minus 2 it's 3, 3 minus 2 it's 1. So it ends at 1. Okay. So this is what negative stepping means. So yeah, this is the same one. It basically counts backwards. Then converting range to list. So basically, range doesn't create a list directly. It creates something called as range object. But if you want to see all the numbers at once, you can convert it to a list. So let's try this as well. So here its number is equal to list range comma 5, and we want to print what's exactly into this number. Okay, so once we run it, it will give us a list. It's 0, 1, 2, and 3. So basically this contains a numbers from 0 to 4. Okay, so now let's see, we have seen it using range in sorry in for loop. Now let's check it out for while loop. So we can also use in while loop. So we'll just run this particular program to understand. So first here we have given nums is we have declared a variable nums is equal to range, and we have given a start and a stop value. So this creates a range object that represents a sequence of number that is starting from 1 up to 4. So num is like a list. It's from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I we have given as 0. So this initializes a counter variable I with the value 0. It will use to access elements of the variable num sequence one by one. So this is I is equal to it's kind of a counter. And while we are writing a while loop here, while I is less than the length of the nums variable, print nums in the bracket we have given the I, and I plus is equal to 1. Okay, so let's run this and understand. You can say it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So here what this while loop means is as long as the while loop runs, I the as long as the sorry the while loop runs as long as I is less than the length of the nums. Okay, the length num that's been mentioned here, that's a length function, returns the number of elements in the range. Here length, here this function is 4 because there are 4 elements, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this prints it, and after each loop, the for this particular one, after each loop, the I will increase by 1. This ensures the next iteration accesses the elements, and when I finally become 4, the condition I I less than len num becomes false and the loop stops. So here you can see that it because we have given 1 to 5, so it just checks that and just stops. uh, so this is what this code basically means. As we have seen, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4 it has given. Okay. So we have seen it using while loop, range in while loop. Let's see also for reverse counting examples. So it's like giving the same like kind of what we have seen stepping, but it's negative. So notice we'll just run this particular code as well. And see, here is 10 0 and negative 2. So it's giving us a negative range, like it's reverse counting it. It's like 10 8 6 4 and 2. Okay. So here and in the next slide, we'll see one more range with step greater than 1. Steps can be used basically to skip numbers, like to, So here, if we want like to, if we have a number range, say from 0 to 30, and we want to jump like 5 numbers each, so we can just give this try. So here, if we run this, it's going like 0 5 10 and 50. We can also try changing this to 50, and we'll see here. See, it's 0 5 10. It has keep 5 numbers. So let's move to our next slide. And here some of the common mistakes that we can make while creating that does not include the stop value. It always has to be a stop value. It's that compulsion. And for example, here for I in the range 1 to 5, print I. So basically output will be 1 2 3 and 4 and not 5, because just to keep this in mind, it's always n minus 1. So basically in today's episode or like tutorial, we have range that learned about range, and it is and just to notify, and range is iterable, it's not a list, and the stop value is exclusive as we have seen. Step can be positive or negative. We have seen those examples as well. And memory efficient for large sequences. That's the main key point that we need to take from here. And so to wrap it up, range helps us create sequences of numbers efficiently. It works beautifully with loops, supports multiple arguments forms, and it's easy to convert into list or tuples when needed. Try experimenting with different start, stop, and step values to understand it better. So we have already seen some of the example. You can just try on your own as well. And thanks for watching this video, and we'll see the next tutorial.